All right, in this tutorial I am just going to set up a variable product, which means we've got a category with different choices of a particular product. So in this case for the gloves, we've got a drop down with all the different sizes that you can choose from, and then add to quote. And once you add to quote, it will show in the actual list. So let's do that. So the one product we're gonna do is do a search for 8400, the Ansel gloves. There it is there. So we'll click on that product and then we'll scroll down. And the first thing we want to do is under the product data, change it from simple product to a variable product. So that's step number one. And you'll see a few of these tabs changed. It gives us basically some attributes and variations. So we don't have variations with just a simple product. So before we set up variation, we need to set up the attributes. In this case, it's the size of the glove, and then we have to specify the different sizes the glove has. So we're going to add a new one, a new custom product attribute. We're going to call it size. You might have other products that'll be color, so keep that in mind. The next step here, I'll go to the right, is we want to enter some values. So you had said that small all the way up to XXL, and you want to separate it by a post. And then XL, and then XXL. And finally, before we save this attribute, we want to select the box used for variations, and that'll be our next step. If we don't do this, then none of these attributes will show up when we try to implement the variations. So we'll click on that and then hit Save Attributes. And as mentioned, next we'll go to the variations. And in the drop-down, select Create Variations from All Attributes. So the reason why this is here is if you had both size and color, if you selected this, it would automatically generate all sizes for every single color. So it'll create a whole bunch of different, a huge array of different options, right? In this case, we only have one attribute, so with 5 values for that attribute. So really, it's only going to create 5. But if we had, you could think about it, if we have color and size, then you're going to have 5 for each color. So if you have 5 colors, 5 sizes, well, it's 25 different sort of scenarios when people are selecting products with all the different choices they have. So for this one, it'll be pretty simple. So create variations from all attributes. We only have the one. And then it's just asking you, are you sure you want to link all these? Yeah, we do. And it'll tell you 5 variations added, as I had just mentioned. So the next step we need to do, and you can't forget this, otherwise this won't work, is you need to put in a price, just like we did with all the other products. And because we're just using the quote system, just use $0 again. So you'll see here in the future, you've got all kinds of different options for every variation. So this is size small, so I'm just going to put $0. You can put in sale price for a particular size or color if you wanted to clear something out in a specific, say you're stuck with a bunch of XLs, something you typically see on clearance in clothing stores, not many XLs walking around, or triple XL or whatever. So you could actually specify a sale price for that specific attribute or value, the size, size small. Other things here you don't really need to worry about right now. You can actually disable certain sizes or products in the quote, but we of course want to keep that active. So that one's set up with the dollar amount. We'll jump to medium and we'll just put in 0, and then to large we'll put in 0, and then XL and double XL. Now we'll hit Save Changes here. And then we'll just click on Update. So now, when we go to the front end, there's that drop down I showed you about. So we've got all our sizes, all the values there for the size attribute. We'll hit large, add the quote. Let's go view the quote. And there's -L, so it actually will add in the size that the user selected. Okay, so the only thing you can't do is have a variety of different sizes in the same order. So just say you want to order like 3 gloves, they all have to be the same size. So that's the only sort of downfall. But they could just easily add, okay, let's go like too small. We'll add it to the quote. And then let's go 1XL and add that to the quote. So they can easily do it that way. And then we'll view the quote, and there you go. So we've got the 1 double XL, a couple small I just added, and then the original one for large I added. And then the user can just submit the quote for the different sizes. So pretty simple. I guess the one thing to remember is you need to put in a $0 amount for the regular price for all the values to show up. Otherwise they won't. And that's it.